Okay people, time for another video. The moment you've all been waiting for, 10,000 kilometers on the new girl. There she is in all her glory. So I just thought I'd give you a rundown on what I've done, what worked, what didn't work, and whether I've had issues with the bike, no issues with the bike, whatever. So all in all, 10,000 Ks, 99% of that, 95, is off-road. So can't complain about that. The only thing I've had to change a lot of is tyres. It's on its fourth set of tyres, well, fourth rear tyre, second front tyre, but fourth rear tyre in the best part of 10,000 Ks. But that's not a indication of the bike. That is what it is. Tyres are, what do they say, miles per kilometre, so I'm not worried about that. So as far as from stock to what you see here, it's had the suspension done front and rear, so it was lowered, revalved, resprung by Suttos, preload adjusters put in the front, you can see sort of there, preload adjusters put in the front, it's got the Treg preload adjuster in the rear. I think it's a must-have. Got rid of that low speed jittery 30-40 kilometers an hour where the front end wants to walk around. I got rid of all that, and it is much better at speed. I had to wind a bit of preload into the front on the preload adjusters to make the front work how I wanted. I kept finding it was a bit too soft and bottomed out. The rear, might have said to sag, it's sort of 50 mil, that works best for me. Ideally being lowered, it should have been 70 mil. 50 mil worked for me. So yeah, suspension, chalk and cheese over the factory. So definitely something I would count into your budget when you're buying one. All right, what other mods? The Nomad ADV tower, love it. Does everything it's supposed to do. There is another video, well there are other videos of me fitting it, and then there's videos of me, excuse me, I'm just hobbling around with a sore leg at the moment. Videos of me updating the tower to the later model screen, which I think looks a million times better. Is a little bit noisier than the factory screen, but looks 10 times better. All right, so tyres, we've done a video on them as well, but that's the Rousey front, Enduro IT on the rear. You know, apart from that, the bike is pretty stock and I wouldn't change anything. Wings, muffler, unreal. I run the Krieger OS base system, so I run, which are over there, 6 litre bags for day trips, 12 litre bags for weekend trips. Never had an issue. This rack, I made the rack and only painted it, so don't everyone jump up and down saying, well, that's poor quality. I need to just take it off and get it powder coated. Rack's been unreal. The front fuel tank, again, works perfectly. I feed it into the vent from this tank. I don't feed it down into the bottom where they recommend. Been unreal. Hasn't missed a beat. So, what has let me down? We've had one fuse blow when I was with Sean, out with Sean, and went over a log and dropped the bike. I think that photo's been getting around a little bit. And for whatever, it blew fuse when it hit the ground. That is the only thinking. I think that's the only sort of breakdown thing as such. First ride out, I broke a brake lever. I hit a kangaroo at 80 Ks. You can't blame the bike for that. The only other failure I've had on it is, which again seems to be very common for the whole 690, 701, 700 platform, is the spring broke in that. So I've got to finding aftermarket bits for these, like bling bits is still pretty hard, but I finally found some nice black and red brake and gear lever pedals, so they're on their way. So service wise, not had an issue. Gone through a set of back brake pads as well. What else? It's got an aluminium bash plate on it, which I pinched off Chris's 690. I wouldn't run that. I'd get the plastic one. This one resonates and bangs its brains off. What else? The steg pegs is another thing. So we put steg pegs on it because they're just very, you know, there's not a lot of room here to grip your knees onto. I ended up having to make, you see, a thicker space, printed up some spaces, because one puck and even two of these puck things isn't quite wide enough, so printed up some spaces, fixed that problem. Apart from that, people, 10,000 Ks hasn't missed a beat. The plastics, you know, I like the red. I've been mistaken for a CRF 300 rally a few times, which is a little bit of a kick in the guts, but you know what, it is what it is, if that's what makes people happy. The red plastics do scuff a lot. That would be my only gripe, like underneath where here is, you know, there is a fair bit. I'm not going to pull them off. It's a fair bit of wear already. Just, I should have put contact on that. So, you know, if you're getting one, contact the rear, put something on it, because they do scuff up. That little Moscow tank bag, I only ran that for the last trip. That was unreal. It doesn't get in your way. You can get the fuel cap easily, get the key easily. That's about it. So all in all, 10,000 Ks. Magic bike, hasn't let me down. Yeah. The tower, as I said, the tower, Nomad tower works unreal. I'm going to do a little video on this Garmin Tread GPS at some point, because we get a lot of questions about it. At the end of the day, it's very similar to the Zumo, which a lot more people run. This just has the group ride function and stuff, which I'll run into a little bit. It's only be a short video of how all that works, to explain that, because we do get asked that quite a bit. But all in all, people, 10,000 Ks. I'm going to do a service on it now, obviously. It's had one at 5,000 as well, and check valve clearances and all that jazz, because it seems to be an ongoing thing at the moment. But apart from that, everything we've put on the bike has worked unreal. The bike has behaved unreal. There's no, as I said, not much I would change. Maybe a few little bling bits just to be a bit of a wanker. But apart from that, no, very happy with it. Can't wait to do another 20, 30, 40,000 Ks on it. So if anyone wants a video of anything we have fitted to it, or wants to know more information, just hit me up in the comments. Thank you.